two, one. You are now tuned in to your number one radio station. WHRD Radio. Turn that shit up. Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by WHRD Radio. Welcome to the show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's been 2 weeks since we've been on, but we're back again. It's good to be back. I'm enjoying myself. Over there, I've got Vita. Vita. Oh, Vita. Mike, gotta unmute Mike, whatever. Over there, I got Kempton.
Hey.
And he's usually behind me, but he's over there in the corner this time, Ikester. Ikester?
Yeah, I'm here.
Robot?
Man,
I felt like being R2-D2
What
today.
did you think?
am I the only one on point tonight? Like, what is going on?
I was on point. You just weren't listening to my Mario clip.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, guys, welcome back to the show. It's been 2 weeks since we've been here. We were planning a show last week, but we did forget about a very good reason to not have a show last week, the micro holiday. And from what I've heard, we were victorious with that micro holiday. Our banner now flies. Well, not our banner. The Horde banner now flies, which makes me very happy. I'm very happy to know that we got it. Was it a difficult fight? Was it easy? What?
To be honest, it should be our banner, not just the Horde banner. We kicked ass.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, on our server, there really wasn't much of a fight at all. But it was just a lot of grinding and a lot of effort from a lot of the people in our guild.
What was it, like an 8 million difference or something like that?
We almost hit
close
10.
to 10. Yeah.
Holy shit. Way to go, IWC. You guys fucking work too hard, damn it. Y'all deserve a raise if you were being paid.
I was being paid.
We're not supposed to talk about the salaries.
Oh, shit. You guys make salary? Fuck!
Come on, Tomei. It's in your damn contract. Didn't you read
What
it?
contract? I don't have no contract. I
Jeez.
fucking work for cheese. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
you got Jude over.
Whoa.
You think I make money? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it was a fun event though. We didn't see a lot of resistance. That was one of the big complaints that I had, that we didn't have a lot of big fights with Alliance.
So as you guys know, if you wish to talk with us during the show, you wish to send us messages or text messages as it would be on a radio show, make sure you go to the top of the left-hand corner, or not the left-hand corner, but you scroll up on that Discord where you usually see your channels all the way up to the hashtags, and you'll see at the bottom there, hashtag WHRD Radio. Give that a click, and your chat will switch over to WHRD Radio. We accept messages. We will reply back to some of those messages. When we see a Harambe, we try to get someone in for a phone call. That's what Harambe is. Love that Harambe. Never going to get rid of that Harambe. I tried once to switch it over to impeach Sylvanas, but I got nothing but negative attitude for that one.
Yeah, that didn't go over well for you, did it?
No, it didn't at all. I mean,
So, talking about the micro holiday, on Monday evening, we had we posted the raid. We had quite a few other people off server, off realm,
We had almost 3 full raid groups.
Was it that many?
wait, how did
Yeah.
you... It was allowed to be cross-realm?
It was a certain group, because we thought it was like server or game wide, but I guess it's a group of servers that get their banner and group together with the amount.
So they brought back the battle group servers for
Battle
this. Okay.
I believe so. But so we got those people, and we were kind of doing a live broadcast. We had somebody streaming the audio. Rallies was talking. I was talking. Kempton, was it you that was there, or was it Vita?
I was there. I tried getting Vita to pop in every so often. Vita was like, "No, I'm chill. I'm just killing shit." being a badass.
Yeah, and
Too good
Holster
for us.
was also doing some music, so we had a good rotation going there. And all in all, I think it went pretty well as far as Monday night went, as far as the broadcast went.
Yeah, it was fun. So Tomei, since you missed it, they Rallies sort of did a spur of the moment show where we had the guys popping in as sort of hosts and asking some of the pugs questions. Our guests were there and we were asking them questions as they were going along. Were they enjoying the event? What did they think? Their opinions, things like that. It was kind of cool. So there's a video that we need to get edited so we can release it and kind of show everyone how awesome we are.
Well, that's your job.
Well, Fu just said he went to other battle groups and the numbers were the same. Could this have been game wide?
Well, when someone needs to do a little bit more research into it. Thank you for that compliment. I know I'm cool.
We did a lot of research into it, and we came back with every single server was the same number.
I think we need to look into it then. We need to figure out if it was game wide. We must
Google.
look. Google. Google is our best weapon when it comes to stuff like that. So, as you guys know, for every show, I get this list. I get this list put in front of me by Kempton that tells me pretty much what the flow of the show is going to be. And tonight I look at it in puzzlement, as usual, as it says that Ike will not be here tonight, and there will be no music breaks. Ike, how do you feel about this?
It was a complete shock to me because we had all texted each other earlier in the day saying, yeah, we're going to be here. So I don't know what happened. I know I was going to be here. Vita knew I was going to be here, and so did Kempton and everybody. And so why Kempton didn't update this, I have no idea.
It's one thing that's got to change.
No,
Yeah.
I always read the list as it is. So we're going to comment on the first bullet point tonight, and it's Kempton's
making
fuck
the
up.
next list then.
No, that's your job. You wanted that job. You're the production manager.
It's just a little lazy. He makes the list and he sends it and he expects us to proof it.
Yes, you guys need to get off your shit and prove.
It's kind of like what I do with the first draft of our lyrics. I just send that garbage to you guys and let you struggle with it.
That sounds familiar.
Get shit together, guys. Come on.
But it's okay. We'll move on from Kempton's mistake onto my mistake. Last week, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago's show, if you guys ever do go in and listen to our podcasts, the show, we do post them back up on YouTube for those that have missed it. Last show, the podcast is a little bit different. It's actually missing me. For some reason, my audio did not go through into the recording, so Vita replaced it. Vita, what did you replace it with?
As I was rendering it, I realized that your voice wasn't there, and it was just like, at first I didn't even understand what was happening. And then as I kind of clicked through, I realized what happened, that something went wrong with your recording, and so your voice wasn't there. So we just had these big empty spaces, and I just went in and replaced it with my voice. And most of the time I had no idea, because if you brought up a question, I didn't remember what you said. So I was like, how can I make this fit?
It was actually getting pretty vulgar there for a moment. Like you went down a dark path.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to listen to this one.
I don't
Is
even
it need
remember what
to?
I said.
Is it posted now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's up. No, I don't know if you sent it to me yet, Vita.
No, it's up there. It's uploaded.
Okay, it's uploaded. Yeah.
Kempton, put down the ball.
So wait, what week
I don't
was
have
that?
it.
Was that last?
That was last week's.
2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, yes, because...
Yeah, I think I...
No,
yeah,
yes,
it's
3 weeks ago.
13. Yeah, it's there. It's there. I don't know if I can play a clip. I wasn't prepared to play a clip, but I could just skip into it and see what happens.
I don't see 13 up there. I see 12.
Well, if anything, then I'm just going to have to reload the whole thing. I thought I put it up there, but look for it.
Hold on, let me
It's
see.
funny as hell.
On something back one point, Fu Manchu's just posted, these commendations are region-wide currency, and the Alliance and the Horde totals are displayed in the top center of your screen. From Wowhead, they say it was server/region. He must be right. When you went to a different server, maybe it still showed your server at the top, regardless of what server you're on. And it kept it live to what your battle group/region was. That could be what it is. Because if it's not cross-realm, If it's not actually cross-realm, only just cross-battle group, then it wouldn't activate. You wouldn't be able to see the one that you moved on to. That makes sense.
They should have made it full game wide.
If it was full game-wide, it would have been a hell of a lot better fight, from what I hear. That's for damn sure. There are some Alliance-heavy servers out there.
Well, that's what I said something during the show that we did. And, I mean, I'm willing to drop the money on it. It's inconvenient, but I think it'd be fun if we can get a group of 40 to do a two-way server transfer for that weekend and go to a very Alliance-heavy server and just fuck with them.
Go ahead, Fu, and do that. And let me know what you find out. It'd be interesting to know if Sargeras was different. So are these flags in every city, or just the Alliance city? Just in Stormwind?
The flags?
The flags in Phylithis, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you have to go all the way down there to see it.
Yeah, it's at the AQ gates and the gong.
Yeah, I have the beginning of our clip from the last show here. If you just want to have a minute of it, what do you think?
Sure, let me hear it. Skip the intro.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
It's quiet as hell. Turn it up.
That's right, everyone. This is Toe-Man.
Whoa.
I can't believe it, but it's week 13 of the show this week.
Why do I sound like Grom?
Turn it down a little
I was
bit.
going to say, he sounds exactly like Grom. I thought he got Grom to do this.
Where are you at? Come on, call out for me right there.
Over here.
Oh yeah, turn that down a little bit. I had it turned down.
It's okay.
And where's that Aunt fucking Kempton?
No, I'm here.
17 seconds.
Yeah, well, you know, we like to just do this.
Were you about to say Vita?
Not Vita, not
Were you going to say Vita's name?
Vatican?
You got that bit
No,
right.
Go back. We're gonna go
I did
back
say
to the
that.
recording. You almost said Vita.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, it makes me sound like an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Best be recording.
Did you press the button?
It fucking pressed. Stop asking about that stuff. So you guys party it up for New Year's with the beer and alcohol?
Oh,
you
yeah.
filled this in pretty well for the parts that were missing from you.
Beer and alcohol.
That is pretty
I
cool.
stayed home most of the time.
No,
nothing special on
it
New Year's
sounds
Eve this
exactly
year.
like Grom, though,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, same with me. It was pretty mellow. I didn't have to work this New Year's Eve, so that was kind of nice. And just played a lot of WoW.
Just you shut up.
Went to
Just shut your mouth.
went to
Shut your mouth.
Wow, dude! Like,
Does it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
My holiday weekends have been filled with a lot of champagne and wine, and I'm already sick of it now. my fiance,
We're sick of hearing about it.
She's losing her mind over this wedding. We have over a year before it happens.
My fiance.
My fiance.
okay, you can stop playing this now. Wow, I'm such an asshole, aren't I?
I just definitely played the part of a dick. Like Captain's trying to talk about his wedding, and you're like, "Yeah, we're sick of hearing about it."
Bronconus just posted 10 out of 10 for Tomei.
Speaking of which, once again, congratulations to Kempton on his engagement, and I hope everything goes well for you, sir.
It's going good so far. We should have a date soon. So if any of you guys want to come along with, I'll be posting again on Facebook. You're all more than welcome.
So is it gonna be in Is it gonna be in Michigan, or is it gonna be?
It'll be in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, that's even closer. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You're only like a 5-hour drive from me, dude. So making your wedding's gonna be easy. If I can make it to Lulu and Riley's wedding, I can make it to yours.
Damn right. And we would. Then I'm still confirmed by my fiance. There will be an Iron Wolf cake. So
Is there gonna be an open bar?
yes.
Oh, there's gonna be an open bar.
I think we're gonna have 5 hours of open bar.
Oh, the 5 hours is too much, dude.
What's everybody else going to drink?
Right?
I don't know. I'm gonna have I already told my best man. I'm like, all right, dude. This open bar thing is awesome, but everything's super fucking cheap and nasty. You are going to constantly be walking around with a fifth of Jameson. When I call on you, you better have that shit ready.
A bunch of Iron Wolf clan at an open bar. Yeah, Fu, you're right. What could go wrong?
everything, which is
Did you
awesome.
have you warned the wedding party?
Oh, you guys aren't bad. Like, you guys mixed with her friends and all my other friends, it's just a recipe for disaster, and we're actually looking forward to it.
Ooh, I'm gonna go buck wild. Buck wild. Can I bring any? Can I bring any? Can I bring any other substances? Question mark.
You can. Whether or not you're going to have a place to go do them is another story. But on the bright side, it's decriminalizing Grand Rapids. So even if you're caught, it's only a $200 fine.
Everyone knows you have to go out to the parking lot to smoke at weddings. That's what people do.
No, I'm just gonna be the dick with a.
Fruity.
I'm gonna be the dick with a handful. I'm gonna be the dick with a handful of flour. Just walk up to Kempton and say, "Hey, Kempton, have you ever tried Coke before?" Now you have.
I don't need that.
That's just mean. That's just mean.
Well, I have a buddy who sells, and he was talking about making some special cookies and leaving them on the table. And I'm like,
oh,
there's some family members of mine that need to smoke some pot. they would benefit from it. And I almost want to be that asshole.
Oh, please do. I'll be searching for him.
Makes me wonder how things will be when it's all legal. You know,
So-
get in trouble for leaving cookies like that lying around.
I feel like this is another trip that I shouldn't bring my family for.
Well, probably not. You can bring your lady friend. But
My lady
make
friend.
it your fiance.
Well, no, we wouldn't be able to. Well, maybe we could find a babysitter for it. Possibly.
Preferably. I can make exceptions to the no kid rule for people who are coming in from out of state if I have to. But we'd much rather have you guys enjoy yourselves than have to babysit your damn child.
We drink together, so if I don't drink, she
You
don't
and
drink.
your
If she
kid?
don't drink, I. No, me and the wife. If one of us isn't drinking, then usually the other one doesn't either. We tend to drink together.
Well, yeah, then I would encourage you to find a stick it with grandma and grandpa.
We can crash at your apartment that night, right? Because you guys are going to be off on your honeymoon.
Well, hopefully we'll have a house by then, because that's the first thing on our list, because we want to move into a house this year and then do the wedding next year, which is why the wedding's not this year, because I don't want to do a wedding and a house at the same time.
Any ideas for your honeymoon?
Thinking about going up northern Michigan. Keeping it cheap because we're still saving money because we want to go to BlizzCon again this coming year.
You can just keep it cheap and go anywhere in the United States, dude. It's just a flight.
Or a 3-hour drive up north, which is a hell of a lot cheaper.
I would say come down to Boca Grande. It is amazing down here, dude. Some of the sights you see down here is just blowing me. It's blown me away.
Where's
I like your idea about attending BlizzCon this year.
Yeah.
I need to get on that this year.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking about it.
We need to see how do we sign up to do the talent contest like Rallies was talking about. We got to get you, me, and Nervin there at the very least.
Every time I hear that song, I think about performing it.
I know, I do too, and it makes me really happy, and it gives me goosebumps, and I want to do it.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't sing that one.
Well, Tommy, if Nervin doesn't show up, you're going to take over. And we expect the same quality, damn it.
Yeah, right,
What do
okay.
we pay you for?
You don't
You
pay
can
me.
lip-sync. You can
Oh,
lip-sync
that's
it.
what you think. Oh, we could lip sync
Hey,
it.
that's a great idea. Lip
Oh my god.
No, that's a perfect idea because if you're nervous on stage, your voice is going to be affected by it, and it's not going to be as good as the recording.
Well, stage fright isn't my issue. It's that I don't have a voice.
That's why you lip sync.
That's why you lip sync.
But next thing I know, I'm Britney Spears. Fuck.
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer
I'll
pressure.
think about it. Like that kind of trip is going to be alone. I'm not going to be able to drag my wife for a week out to Anaheim. That's not going to happen. So that's up to her. That one's completely up to her.
Okay, put her on the phone. I want to talk to her right now.
I can't put her on the
I'll
phone.
make sure that she sends you.
That would be a fun conversation.
Oh god.
Yeah, didn't Howard Stern
Making
do that?
demands to Tommy's fiance.
Just call people's wives like live on the air.
You have fun with that. You have fun with that.
How could we get your phone to transmit on Discord so everybody could hear the conversation?
That I don't know. I don't think
gotta
there is a
figure
way
that
to
out.
actually do that. I mean, I would have to.
I'll talk to engineering.
I would have to like put my headset over the microphone kind of section of the phone so she could hear you guys, and then plug my phone into the feed for my click Vita click, but it plugged
For
my
your click,
phone
click.
into the feed from my laptop that powers the audio for this, and I think that would be how we would do it.
Wait, tell
Is-
me. You were
Yes.
just getting on me for the click. Did you even listen to the clip and how far I took that? Where I replaced your voice?
No,
Oh,
and I'm going
That's-
to
that's
eventually.
nothing.
I'm going to eventually
I-
listen to this. I'll probably be playing it after
Going
this.
after me. So I was going after myself as you, basically, really
Then-
hard on the clicks.
The nice thing that I have about being where I'm at right now is there's a smart TV in the living room, so I can bring up YouTube on it and just listen to it throughout the whole house while I'm doing my responsibilities while they're gone. I have 2 dogs and a bearded dragon to take care of while they're gone.
That sounds like a handful.
A little bit. One of them has seizures. The medicine
Aw.
regimen that I have to do for Chloe is pretty insane. Quite frankly, to look. I mean,
Shut up. This is sad. I don't want to talk about this no more.
oh no, she's fine. She just never had one while I was here because of the medicine. The only thing the medicine does that's unfortunate is she can't hold her bladder. So after I get back from work, there's always a huge puddle. But other than that, I'm fine.
Oh, poor doggy. Okay, now I'm sad. We need some happy. What do we got? Happy. Someone make me happy.
If you want happy, go fuck your aunt again. No, wait, that's a
That's
tragedy.
disturbing. It's an absolute tragedy.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Happy.
That's
happy.
very happy.
Nope.
Happy. Let's see. Hold on. I think I can do happy. I can definitely do happy. You gotta give me like 3 seconds though.
My God. Okay, I'm happy. Oh. Yes. Oh shit. Speaking of, Peter, we gotta get on top of this.
There. Now Kempton's happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey man, the Murloc song is written. It is written.
It is written.
Sung, just needs to be sung.
We just
Pretty simple.
we just gotta we gotta get ourselves together and do
And
this.
Greg
I haven't
got
read through that in a
ideas
while.
for the animation already too.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked about it, and he has studied the original video, and I think we could do something pretty cool.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Somebody's got to sing it.
Oh well, we'll figure that out. Let's not give away too many details. Spoiler alert! Oh my God.
Right? What the fuck? You
guys-
started it. Shut up.
Yeah, you're the one who played the song. Don't look at me.
No, you could have just let it roll by, but you went, speaking of which, it's all
I'm
you.
excited.
We'll put it back in your pants. And
Oh,
don't...
it's there.
Shh, spoiler alert. Jesus. Beep! Ooh, kinky.
Put it back in your pants.
I don't wanna.
Now.
It's mine. I can wash it as fast as I want to.
Or as slow as you want to.
Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is the top of the hour, and on that note, we're going to take a small break. We will be right back after a short word and a little bit of music from Ikester, so hang on to your space helmets, maybe? I don't know. Be right back.
You are listening to WHRD Radio. For the Horde, by the Horde.
Warning! This ad contains explicit material not suitable for children. Elves Gone Wild travels coast to coast across Azeroth to bring you the hottest elves in the country. Thousands of hot elves strip off their armor and we have it all on film. And hold on to your headboard, because this time we're bringing you the hottest demon hunters on the incredible spring break destination of the Broken Isles. you can appreciate a hot Nelfer Belf in a bikini dancing on a mailbox, then you're going to love Demon Hunters Gone Wild. These are the hottest Demon Hunters you'll ever see. You can buy Demon Hunters Gone Wild on Blu-ray or DVD for only $9.99. But wait, do you like slutty transmogs? Order now and we'll also send you Demon Hunters Gone Wild Best Transmogs on Azeroth absolutely free. On Demon Hunters Gone Wild, we've seen literally millions of transmogs, and just wait until you get your hands on our 50 favorites. Call now, 1-555-212-1689, or go to www.demonhuntersgonewild.com to see hot uncensored photos of the hottest Demon Hunters around.
This is WHRD Radio.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Radio for the Horde, by the Horde. Now, back to the show.
Every game he's reaping, taking souls. Death will follow everywhere he goes. Keep in mind when you are on the move, he'll be there to shadow step to you. Every game he's reaping, taking souls.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Why the hell did it do that? Anyways, welcome back to the show. Glad to see everybody back, having a good time. I hope everybody's having a good time. Y'all enjoy your break?
Tell me, first things first, buddy. You smell like smoke. You need to get some Febreze or take some mints or something like that.
I'm sorry. This.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Just
I did drop the habit. God damn it! But fucking this trip has made it as way more stressful than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like a vacation, and then I don't even want to get into that though.
Hold on, I'm going to go to the station bathroom. I'll bring back some of the Febreze.
Good call.
Kenton, you smoke too. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see you smoking. Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh,
Yeah. You don't like it, deal with it.
Oh,
It's for your own
boo-hoo.
good.
Boo-hoo. I know you guys preferred it when I was vaping, but god damn it, I need to get home. As soon as I get back home, vaping will be back to a thing again.
Can you not vape in the house you're at?
I can.
Okay, I'm failing to see why you smoke then.
This trip has driven me back to it. I've been away from cigarettes for so long, and then the other day I picked them back up again. Like I said, this newbie that's working with us, that they got hired in down here, I literally have had thoughts about driving down the highway at 70 miles an hour in the work van. Actually, 80 miles an hour is what I drive on the highways down here, because the speed limit's up there. But just while we're driving down the road, when he's not wearing his seatbelt, just like somehow pop the door open and kick his ass off onto the fucking highway at like a median or something, and just watch him roll away as I'm laughing.
I've had a couple of those.
Just go to a shooting range.
Like I said, unfortunately, murder is illegal, so that's why I play World of Warcraft.
Exactly.
I want to have someone create a character in game with his name, and then just kill it over and over and over and over again as I laugh in bloody murder.
I'll make an alliance with his name, and every so often when you want, I'll just log him in and keep running back to his body, and you can beat the crap out of him.
See, it's not the same. It's not the same.
But it's close enough. It's close enough.
Okay. So, did you get the Febreze, Ike? Do you feel better now? Does it smell nicer for you?
Well, now it's gonna smell like fucking like somebody smoked in the woods.
Somebody smoked in a patch of flowers. That's just fantastic.
Oh well, it's better than the smoke.
So, what happened this week? What did I miss? What happened other than the micro holiday? That's awesome. I'm glad that the banner is flying.
You should go take a look at it. It's beautiful. I took a lot of pictures. If you want to see all the pictures are on the Facebook page. If you want to add to them, do it.
Speaking of which, Foo, did you notice anything? Did you log into Sargeras? Did you see anything? That's another question I do have that needs to be answered. But so what else happened this week, Ike?
Well, there was an officers meeting where we discussed quite a few things, and then there was a guild meeting where we further discussed some of those things that are going to be happening.
There was an officers meeting?
Yeah.
Mandatory.
It's been posted.
Lovely. I'm glad I missed that. Not really, but
have you
fuck.
logged in today?
I haven't logged in almost a month, since I've gotten down here.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
no, he's
sure
got to
you
get his shit
included.
together.
So you're gonna.
No,
have to
the
get on
internet.
right.
I'm on wireless across the house from the router, so like World of Warcraft, even on low settings, lags the fuck out. It just pissed me off the last time I tried to log in, so I haven't been touching it, and it's driving me nuts. I'm used to my fast internet back at home, where I'm directly plugged into my router, and yeah,
Yeah, well, you're gonna need a re-invite.
I doubt that.
Anyway, one of those things that was talked about in the officers meeting, it was talked about at the guild meeting, and it was talked about a little bit today, was that we are going to start doing raids again.
Yay!
And here is the caveat for that. We
Ooh,
will
big
not be doing progression.
Uh-oh.
We will be doing fun raids.
Shits and
It will be
giggles.
for funds, for shits and giggles, and not progression. So you will hear this term used quite often and quite frequently as we're raiding, before we raid and after we raid, that we will not be doing progression. So anyway, I don't want to get into any more of it, but the raids are listed now for Tuesdays and Saturdays. Everybody's invited. There's no minimum gear requirement. We're not going to be hard asses about
Is
this.
it first come, first serve?
I'm not leading it, so I don't know.
Well, if it's just going to be just for fun, then most likely it's going to be first come, first serve, like any other raid we do.
I imagine it's not going to be super strict. It's whoever's there is getting in.
So anyway, that was the biggest news out of that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that if they're taking up to only 30 people into this raid, that it's going to be first come, first serve, considering that we usually have a good, 40 people online nowadays? 50?
Yeah, to get 30 that are interested in raiding those 2 days, I'll tell you, that will be difficult. So I think that there'll be spots.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, this is not a progression raid. We're not going hardcore with this. We're going to be having fun and shits and giggles. And if we have, quite a few wipes on a boss, maybe we'll take it to another boss, or we'll go somewhere else. This is not hardcore raiding. If you want hardcore raiding, there's other groups that you can join that are doing that.
We don't.
So we don't do that. We're not going to be doing that. We are here to have fun, damn it, and we will have fun.
And honestly, how many guilds in the history of World of Warcraft have been destroyed by progression rating that gets too hardcore? Which always happens.
Well,
It always starts out fun.
This guild won't be destroyed by that, but I think that we're trying to keep the drama to a minimum, and the people leaving pissed off to a minimum.
Right. And that kind of shit definitely gets under people's skin, and then you got drama and
Gets under my skin. I have no sympathy for the weak.
Yeah, so that was the big thing. There was some other smaller stuff going on.
Yeah, so to jump on the back of that story about the raids, Rallies also gave a talk, and something we discussed in the officer meeting was announced at the Friday meeting this past Friday, that we're going to be working on getting DPS and heals and such improved. Because in the raiding, while we're not pushing hard on progression, we need people to kind of step up the game a little bit, and not in an elitist way at all, but we can all help each other. So the officers have been encouraged to either reach out to members that they see that could use a little bit of help with rotations and optimal rotation and things like that, to help with DPS and heals and mechanics and anything else. Or if not the officers, find the experts, find the people that are good at their class, and step up and help these people, because we all see it when we run, whether it's rated battlegrounds or it's random battlegrounds or raids. If we're going to do anything, we need everybody giving their best, and there are people who just need a little bit of help there.
Well,
Yes.
and to add to that, is the fact that we probably should be getting some designated target callers. I mean, we haven't done that at all in the
Yeah,
Legion, have we?
we are lacking. Even in the RBGs that we've run, we don't really have a go-to target caller right
We
now.
need a couple target caller classes.
And,
You know that saying, y'all need Jesus? Sounds like y'all need Tomei.
Oh my God, our Savior! Let the target call.
I haven't target called in a long time, though. I'm probably a little rusty.
Yeah, which is why we need to probably get together and do some target calling together.
Kempton, you just straight suck at target calling, so I don't know why you would consider it.
I never said I was considering it.
Good.
I do it, and I can do it, but I would prefer not to.
I really don't like to do it, especially running melee. I just feel like I'm so close that it's tough for me to get a good view of who needs to be on.
I don't even know who Nortos is. Who is Nortos? New member? Stewie just mentioned something about Nortos. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Grom. Not Nostro. Oh! Okay. Yeah, Grom's a really good target caller, especially when he's talking about the big dick damage, which is what he is. No one's got...
Get some of that cheese, huh? Right there, big boy. You like that, huh?
But speaking of...
Speaking of
needing help for your RBGs and your BGs, one of our members here, Vita, came up with this video that I think everybody that does Battlegrounds, everybody that does rated Battlegrounds should watch. Because not only is it fucking hilarious to watch through, it's about 20 minutes, it's not that big of a waste of time, but not only is it fucking hilarious to watch, it teaches you a lot. It's called Base Sitting 101. A lot of people hate base sitting, but they don't realize how important or how active you can be when you're base sitting, unless you're the one that's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing and then crying when you get ran over, which I see hundreds of times. The sad thing is while watching that video, there's quite a few points that I'm guilty of. I definitely am guilty of a few of those points, but I just linked it in the WHRD radio.
And guys, it's not, and I did say this in the video, and I noticed that I said for RBG base sitting. But it really, the points can be applied just about the same for random battlegrounds as well. I mean, it's the same basic idea. The only difference is that on some of the nodes, like in Eye of the Storm on rated battleground, you have to click to take a flag, and in the randoms, you just have to be there to turn the flag. You know, you have that little progress bar, but the idea is the same when defending.
And the other thing is, even if you're not a base sitter, you need to watch this video. If you're a healer, you need to watch this video. If you're, a flag carrier, you need to watch this video.
Yeah,
well, in flag carrying, there's not much of base sitting.
No.
My point is, everybody needs to watch this video.
Unless you're playing Eye of the Storm with 10 hunters.
And on top of that, knowing how other people's jobs works during a match helps you do your job better.
Yeah,
I'm just so sick and tired of hearing the people whine about not wanting to base sit. I'd base it. I'd do it because I want to win. I don't care about the honorable kills in a battleground. I care about winning the fucking battleground. You get more honor that way. Unless you're playing AV. Then the honorable kills are fun.
I think it's a good argument if you're a class that's going to put out a shit ton of DPS and you're going to be, in the top 3 or 5 of DPS and you get stuck base sitting. I've seen that happen, but it happens. Sometimes you're the best one.
I've won Zerg AV before, Stewie. But defense wins AV all the time, yes. Click, click, fucking click.
So, to follow up on
click,
the video.
Click.
I'm not clicking.
Oh, yes, you were.
That's a bad connection.
That just means you were unplugging and plugging back in your phone.
No, it just happens for some reason. I don't know why it does that. So I muted it. But
it's the government.
Yeah.
It's the boule. Yeah. It's the boule, the 10%ers.
So to connect the last two topics that we talked about, I think that we might need to do some more videos on increasing DPS and things like that. Now that might be difficult because that would require that we get the experts to either record a video or send us a script to record it.
Oh, it's called
about spec by spec.
It's called get better gear, learn your rotation, and don't tunnel. That's how you do better DPS. It's that simple.
Well, the gear's not as big of a factor now, but it is a factor, I guess. Item level.
Well, that's right. Gear isn't that big of a factor because it balances, but
For
still,
PvP.
the biggest thing on your DPS is your rotation, knowing your rotation. We do have class officers that people can go to learn the rotations better if they need to, but, well, in some points. But, I mean, there's multiple things online where you can learn your rotations, and it's not a matter of just, take your keyboard and rub your face across it. That's not how you DPS. Well, some people actually have successfully done that if you watch the videos, but
A lot of people they're just flat out, they have never been taught the class, and they're just not using the optimal talents, and there are a lot of things that they're just missing out. And as we know, if you choose the wrong talent, you could be dropping your DPS by 10-20%. So if anybody has any questions, if you're, whether it's in a raid or you're in a battleground or a raidal battleground or whatever it is, and you find that you're always at the bottom of the DPS or on the heals, just reach out to somebody. Just ask for help, and one of the officers will find the right person to help you.
Well, when I was the hunter officer, I was the same way. I would always, whenever there was a raid going on, anything we were doing, I would right-click every single hunter unless I knew they knew what they were doing, and I would see what their specs are, I would see what their talents are, and I would give them suggestions. Not like, hey, you're an idiot for choosing this, just like, hey, this might be better for you, and this is why. And I would do it very often. I would always be inspecting everyone around me and make sure that they're set up right. And, well, not exactly right, because every thing is it's always based on your play style. But I've always informed
Talents
that.
can change depending on how you play the class. There's multiple ways to play it. There's a quote-unquote perfect way to play it where you get the most DPS, but sometimes you can turn a specific class into a nice CC class or something depending on how you set it all up.
And also, the resources are pretty much unlimited. You've got the internet. You've got Icy Veins.
Don't say Icy Veins. There are so many trolls on Icy Veins.
I'm sorry, but it works. There's YouTube. There's actual class videos on how to, what the proper rotation is, all of that good stuff. And then, use guildies. So the resources are there. You just got to put in the work.
Yeah, and this isn't meant to be an elitist thing or anything like that, but everyone can get better. And if we can all get a little bit better, we're going to down raid bosses faster, and we're going to have more fun, and we're going to do better in Battlegrounds.
Kill Alliance better.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
everybody wants to kill Alliance better.
I mean, the world PvP, we are definitely rusty because we haven't had a big challenger for a while, and it kind of scares me if we had an organized challenger because we haven't had the practice there. And on our break, we were talking about scheduling a target caller training again. I mean, that's something that it's good for everybody to attend, even if you're not going to do it, so you can understand
such a big
how
factor
it works.
too. It's such a big factor to the battle.
Well, the only time I've ever been scared of an organized adversary was back in the day when we were fighting AV still, when Alliance Vanguard was actually a threat, not when they were just, what the fuck is Alliance Vanguard, but back when they were actually a threat. I caught wind at one point. This is the only thing that ever scared me. I caught wind at one point that there was talk that WorldStar, if anyone remembers WorldStar, they were a big RBG guild, they were very high ranked on the Alliance side, was thinking about getting involved in World PvP. And as soon as I caught wind of that, I let the bosses know, but that was the only point that I was just like, this might get rough. But they never did. They never moved over to getting involved in World PvP. They were talking with AV at one point, but then they just decided AV was a little bitch and they weren't going to get involved with them, which made me laugh so hard. But WorldStar was always a very organized guild. They were very big on their RPGs. They were very high ranked, and it was. I thought it was going to be interesting to see them come in and fight us. I want a good adversary. I don't want to just shit on my enemy all the time like we did with the AV at the end there.
AV, they might have been cheaters and they might have done a lot of bad things, but they were a worthy adversary. I mean, remember our guild meetings when we basically have to make sure everybody is flagged. We have to make sure that everyone is prepared to fight and not AFK and not messing around. Everyone's wearing the right gear. They have their potions, they have everything ready to go, because there were times where just suddenly we'd be attacked and we'd be overrun. And, a lot of times that would happen in Stormwind. That just hasn't happened in a while.
Or if you take a group out into the world and just ask for them to attack you and not be prepared, and those things, that thing. I didn't do that. No, I did not. Not at all. Okay, so we are currently in... Well, I gotta check the time real quick, actually. Yeah, okay, so we are currently in patch 7.1.5, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
What do we hate? What do we like? What's anything that you guys think should change?
Well, they increased the rewards of artifact power for PvP, which is a good thing. And
nice.
Encouraging people to do more PvP.
Well, at least that's something.
Rated. So basically, yeah, if you're choosing rated arena or battlegrounds over rating, you can get similar rewards on the artifact power at least.
PvP has always been on a back burner for them. It never quite made sense. I mean, Halinka thought that he had like the ultimate idea with Ashran, and it was fun at first, but they didn't build after that. They just that was it. I mean, whenever they rating, there's always something new that's going to come out later on in the expansion. There's always something fun that's going to come out later on in the expansion. There's always something, except for like that last like 8-9 month lull where we wait for the next expansion. But there's always something new with PvE. But with PvP, they pretty much just give us it at the beginning, and then that's it. Here you go.
Now I'm pissed off. Can you get Halinka on the phone right now? Because I want to talk to him about this.
But
I wish I could. I wish I could.
I don't know if I can agree that Ashran was good at first, because I think when I first started Ashran, I wasn't into IWC, and I thought it kind of sucked. But it was something that I had to do. There were objectives that I wanted in there. I wanted to get the kills on the different races, and I wanted to get easy honor. And sometimes it was, but most of the time it sucked. And what made it good was IWC. That's why I came to the guild. Then, I had fun doing that. It got to the point where we had just been running it for so many months that it was just the same thing over and over. But what it was a great guild activity that got us together. It was a massive guild activity where we would always have 40 people in there and people lined up waiting to get in. And that's what, we're sort of missing now, is that steady go-to thing that worked.
We should be doing AVs more.
Well, Ashran in the beginning was meant to be a large scale, large group thing. That was what it was for. You were supposed to be able to take a raid in there and then just dominate everything. That's what the whole point of Ashran was a large-scale battle. And then we broke the system somehow, dominating AV as much as we did. Then they got into the mind state of, come to World of Warcraft and play with your friends, but you can only do it with 5. They narrowed it down to groups, which we still found a way in. Every time they changed it, we still found a way in very quickly. And I don't understand.
There was always a backdoor.
There was always a backdoor. It was always easy.
Fun trying to test it and figure out how to break the system. That was fun too.
I remember sitting there with the group for 30, 40 minutes a couple nights. Every so often, you should be like, all right, they changed it. We got to do something different. All right, let's do this. It was always rewarding when we got through.
Yeah, it took skill of mind and skill of everything to get into that fucker, but eventually we got in. That was my prime in target calling. That's when I did the most target calling, was Ashran. I enjoyed myself back then. That's also when I found IWC and joined the guild, and Rallies was a fucking hoot. It was the first time I've ever run into someone with that much vigor, that much, just that voice, the speeches, the words of Rallies was what pulled me into this guild. And he was still drinking back then, too, I think. Yes, he was. Alright, well, once again, we are at the bottom of the hour, so we are going to take a small break, as usual. We will be right back after a few... well, actually, no, there won't be any short words this time. It's just going to be Eichster and his beautiful, sensational voice and his music of pleasure? No.
Here on
Pleasure?
98.1, coming up next, 2 songs by Celine Dion.
Oh, God. Well, we'll be right back after this, guys. Enjoy.
This is WHRD Radio for the Horde. Because Alliance sucks, am I right? This is WHRD Radio.
Oh yeah.
Radio for the Horde, by the Horde. Now, back to the show.
When I am queuing up on my own, there's always that one road that no one ever goes. Cause CPSing is all they know, while the game screen is reading no support heroes. When it starts raining barrel rockets, we'll be there to drop the beat. And if the team's Wi-Fi and all
Welcome back to the show, guys. Yeah. Ikester, nice music break. Bad segue.
Thank you. I know.
I like that you're playing parodies. I love parodies.
I love Overwatch, so I'm on an Overwatch parody night tonight.
Yeah, I was almost going to call you out and say, like, what the hell is this bumper music? Because I have no clue.
Bumping out my team when I get the chance, yeah. It's Overwatch parodies, man. Overwatch is good. Those that don't like it can't play it.
Did I just hear that they have like 20 million subscribers or something like that?
Who, Instalock?
Overwatch.
Oh, Overwatch, I don't know.
Probably. It's pretty popular.
Overwatch is very popular. It's a really good game. It's well made, and I think it's got a good basis to become a very big game. You gotta remember, Overwatch was supposed to be an MMO, and then they decided to scrap it, and here's Overwatch.
Yeah, that was Project Titan.
Yes.
And then they just scrapped it, took all the good parts of it, and pretty much made, from what I'm hearing, a more badass version of Team Fortress.
Yes, way more badass version of Team. Now, no, I wouldn't say that, because I like my Team Fortress too,
It's
but
completely different. It's completely different.
it's not completely different. The playstyle is exactly the same. You have your supports, you have your engineers, you have your DPS, you have your defensive heroes. It's all the playstyle is still the same.
Maps are completely different.
Well, yes, the visuals and the maps are completely different, but the overall playstyle of the game is that of Team Fortress.
And there's different variations of each position, like League.
Did your aunt tell you that?
Damn it!
Twice in one night.
I'm still waiting to see if you guys can go a whole time with it. I bet you can't.
I'll bet you we can't either.
Neither can your aunt. You only last like what, 3 seconds?
Hmm.
No, that's giving you too much credit. Like 2, maybe 1.
Sorry, I was actually working on that graphic to use later, but you made a joke unexpectedly, so I had to throw it in before I could format it properly.
Remember, incest is wincest. No, nobody.
That makes it sound okay.
It's always okay if you don't get caught, right?
Ugh.
So, Kempton, you put this on the list, and I'm actually very curious about it. I haven't got a chance to read through it, but what is the WoW Legacy server drama? Are we talking about Notharian again?
No, it's what, the Nostralis, I don't know. Look at
Right,
the link.
the vanilla WoW server.
Yeah, I guess they were getting flack and had some sort of cease and desist to get shut down. So they shut down, but they gave all their work to another group called Elysium. And they took it and they made another server, from what I read.
I thought that Blizzard was giving them permission to run their server.
Well, I guess not, because the original group
is now coming back and saying, well, you guys are getting away with it. We now want our stuff back. We're going to shut you down. And there's a whole fucking drama behind it. There's one post on here that says conspiracy theory. Blizzard's asking the original Vanilla WoW server to shut down the new one because they don't want the anger and backlash to come to Blizzard. It can come to this other server. So
well, that's just stupid.
They still shut it down.
Man, the only reason I would go to BlizzCon is to just go line up the motherfuckers that run Blizzard and just do this smack all the way down the line.
Well, I'm getting tickets solely for the purpose to go to the Q&A and be the first in line to ask them why they keep shafting PvP in our guild.
Best be careful. When you're in a group of people like that, if you want to announce that you're IWC, more power to you.
You know what? We should start a GoFundMe for Kempton to get him out here to California and to get him tickets to BlizzCon, just so he can do that.
No, you should do that. You should do that for me.
If I'm paying, I definitely want to help to write a script for him and questions that he must ask and things that he must do.
That's fine. We can figure out a way to ask like 5 questions in one sentence and make it one long sentence. Just asking constant questions.
I don't think you would be up to the task.
Oh, I could be up for the task. Hell, last time we went, me and Lou were just screaming at the TV, like, somebody ask this, and there was all stupid questions like, you know, when you get your achievements and your reputation, can you guys make that, you know, character wide instead of by each character? And we're like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't want you to speak again.
Wait, isn't that already a thing?
Lulabelle made a comment there. Do we hear about the Method Serenity issues this week? Does anybody know what that's about?
No.
Where is that comment?
It's in general.
Lou, you're in the wrong spot. I have not. We have not heard about that.
Well, she looks like she's self-muted, so if you want to speak up, I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, she muted on my end.
Mic. So it looks like somebody got booted over cheating in a raid.
Oh, really?
I wonder if that had to do with the final boss on Mythic. Because there was a glitch that I heard about. It may have been that. I don't know.
It looks like they invited a rival guild person into their raid just to fuck up their raid ID for the week, basically. And keeping that person from getting to progress with their guild.
Oh. Boo-hoo.
Wow, that's harsh. That is hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. I want to do that.
If you got caught by that, really?
So they're banned? That person?
That person? Yeah, that person got banned.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sometimes trolls come up with things that just make you go, wow.
Yeah, but we need them. They make us laugh.
It's the only reason I'm here, because I'm a troll. Y'all just think I'm important or something.
No.
Yeah, I know. Who's Tome?
I just wouldn't feel responsible for unleashing you into the world.
No, but getting back to the point, Kempton, I mean, we could start a GoFundMe so you can get a ticket and you know, at least have
honestly, if someone can do the programming, because what happened last year is I was like 20 seconds behind the time that they went on sale and they were already sold out. If somebody can get me a ticket, I will pay you back. That's all I need.
Well, I don't care to go to BlizzCon. If I'm going out to Anaheim next year, it'll just be like I'm hoping there's just a chill thing again. Because honestly, I don't really care for BlizzCon. If I'm just there hanging out with the guild, that'll be enough for me.
Oh,
it's just that means I have to fly.
We had fun doing that and just chilling out, not going to BlizzCon. But I want to ask my question, and I really want to do our performance.
That means I have to fly, and I tend to like to keep my feet on the ground. I don't like flying.
Stop being a bitch.
Take a lot of drugs before you get on the plane.
Right, because then I'll get detained by the air marshal. That's not a good idea.
I'd have to do that performance like in costume because I can't have that ending up on the internet with my face.
Oh, if you do it,
Wear sunglasses.
it will be recorded.
Big sunglasses.
I will make sure I have the virtual
yeah, just
ticket.
put on sunglasses. That'll cover it.
But I'm not singing with you guys. It's
Well,
not-
we got to get
it's-
Nervin. That's going to be the key. We
Good
gotta
luck.
get Nervin to come with.
He can come on and play the bass, which he recorded for the song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all going to depend on
So,
the
did you guys know that Nervin lives about an hour from me, and that I've been to his
No
home
shit.
gym? Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
he's well, I'm not going to give out his location, but he's about an hour away.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's going to be.
And speaking of that, I may be seeing Eichster in California in April.
Right on.
Have you been down here yet to Miami already? Is that already coming past?
I'm going to Florida on Tuesday, but it's going to be I'm flying into Fort Lauderdale and going north to West Palm, so I'm not going to be in Miami.
Okay, how long are you going to be here?
Just a few days. I'm coming back Thursday.
God
And-
damn it.
Ooh.
And how long are you going to be in Huntington?
I haven't decided because I'm coming into Santa Barbara for a Radiohead concert, and I have a friend in Huntington Beach, so we were going to make the drive there, which is about 3 hours. So I'm not sure if it's going to be before or after the concert.
Yeah, I'm not even going to have the
That's
time.
That's only an hour away from me, so I have no problem
Yeah.
driving up, hanging with you.
Tuesday night, I'm driving up to Tampa. We have this it's a damn it, franchise-wide training that's happening up in Tampa, where every single one of the franchisee owners and their second in commands are coming to Tampa to do this training, and I'm not going to be able to break away from it. I'm actually going to be representing Northeast Ohio for this, conveniently. So I'm already down here, which is nice, but yeah.
All right, as interesting as all that is, can we backtrack to that seizure you just had?
What
Yeah.
seizure?
Vito, when
I don't know
you
what you're
edit
talking
this,
about.
Can you edit the heck out of that?
Yeah. Like, should I call 911?
Believe it or not, I do.
Meow, meow.
There are certainly edits like that are made every time.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, that's how you got my explosion thing.
That was all you. All I did.
Play it right now.
Oh, no.
I know you have it. Play it. It was when we were working on the intros and outros for the show, and it was the one that I played earlier. The one the Horde, his alliance sucks, anyways. Am I right? That one, the last one that I just played, and Vita's got it's muted, but he's got yeah.
Well, this is the song version.
I can't stand it.
Now, this was Kempton telling me what type of sound effects he wanted me to add. I love the little pop. The little
It's
pop
so-
at the end.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Come on. If you're not laughing, then you have no soul.
I don't have a soul, anyways.
I want that to be my ringtone.
All right, this one's going to sound a little funny. This is WHRD Radio. Radio.
There it is.
For the Horde. Because Alliance sucks, am I right? All right, I'm going to try that again.
And I talk to myself a lot.
Which then turned into
That one go.
it then turned into
This is WHRD Radio. For the alliance sucks. Am I right?
So we never got any of Kempton's sound effects into that. He never got any of his wished for sound effects into that.
We did. That was the radio sound where it's kind of, static and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So we got a little bit of it. All that hard work.
Boo.
But speaking of audio clips, you know what it's time for, right, guys?
Time for time.
Now is the time to ask Arthur, my friend, and we'll see if he can answer again.
Woo! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Ask Ikester, which means this is the time where everybody types in Harambe in the WHRD radio chat, and you get to ask Ikester any question. Any question you want. Harambe. You get to ask Ikester any question you want. Any question at all. It doesn't have to be about anything. It could be about everything. It could be the question. But I want to see those Harambes in chat tonight, guys. Come on, somebody give me a question for Ikester. I usually don't get much participation in this. It kind of makes me sad. And I would like to see some more Harambes tonight.
It makes you sad? It makes me sad. Because
right?
I am the answer guy. You got a question, I got the answer.
And remember, if you can't get Ikester to actually answer the question, we give you 1,000 gold. I mean, how hard is that to accomplish? I mean, we give you 1,000 gold for stumping.
Jumping the gun.
But yeah, she is.
Harambe, we miss you.
But okay, Fruity is the first Harambe that we have in, and Fruity, you have been unmuted. Please ask Ike your question.
I asked, what is your favorite movie?
Oh, Fruity, that is such a great question. What is my favorite movie? That's really interesting that you asked that today, because I had a very long discussion about my favorite movie last night. And, there are so many good movies out there. You got, from the beginning of the 20s up to stuff that just came out last week. I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars. I like a lot of science fiction driven stuff. Two of my three favorite franchises are Alien and Terminator. I like those styles of movies, but there's one movie that had superior cinematography, on location sets. And it's hard for me to say this because people are real divided if they've seen this movie. It was a Steven Spielberg movie, and it was called Empire of the Sun. Now, it came out in 1987, and when I watched it, it was phenomenal. Just this, again, the cinematography, the story. And what's even more interesting is in the mid to late 90s, we heard about that actor. It was about a boy who goes through World War II internment camp. And we heard about that boy. He had grown up. The boy who played John in the 1987 movie was Christian Bale. So, Fruit, if you get a chance to see that movie, Empire of the Sun, it's absolutely fantastic. Thanks for your question.
Awesome question. Thank you again, Fruity. Our next Harambe is our very own Kempton, participating, I guess. Kempton, what is your question for Ikester?
Well, I actually have a genuine question about I'm finally getting back into everything and leveling my characters up. Which is best for healing for priest, disc or holy?
Kempton, that's a great question. What is better for priest healing, disc or holy? Kempton, really? Out of all the questions you could have asked me, you had to ask me.
Best question.
You had to ask, what is better, disc or holy? There is no better. They're just different. Oh, for the love of Kemp, is this going to be a trend?
Does that mean you can't answer
Is this going to be a trend?
Do I get 1,000
Is
gold?
this going to be a trend? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look,
Who says holy?
There are two different types of healing. One is healing through DPS, which means that you heal people, and then you DPS to reinforce the heals. And then there's holy, which is more raid healing. There's very little single target healing. So it depends on what you want to do. It's a hybrid. Disc is a hybrid. Holy is pretty much straight ahead raid healing type of format. So there is an answer, but Kempton, buddy, come on, we got to work on your questions.
I like my questions.
Thank you for your question, Kempton.
That was a great answer, Ikester. Once again, another great answer from Ikester. No 1,000 gold is... Wow. Wrong.
Oh, tough crowd tonight. Jeez.
I Harambe'd in, so I actually have a question for you. A legitimate question for you tonight,
Sure.
Ikester. A legitimate question. Like, I actually want to ask you this. Ikester, what is your favorite sex position?
Tomei, that is a great question. I'm glad you asked that. What is my favorite sex position?
And don't say what Kempton's at.
Oh, there we go. My guilty feeling have no rhythm since Kempton's aunt's been gone. Wow, geez, I have to pick one?
Just one. What is your go-to?
Okay, so do you mean
for the rest of your life?
We're talking about by myself or with somebody else?
With somebody else.
Okay, all right, that narrows it down. Oh man, each one of them has their. I mean, doggy's great, because you get to hold on. You
just go to town, yeah.
Inside missionary is also good because you can really get in there and get all that stuff going. Cowgirl, she likes that, and if it makes her happy, it makes me happy. Oh,
sounds like you don't like cowgirl.
I'd probably have to go with.
That's not a sex position.
Gotta go with doggy.
There we go.
Doggy. Gotta go with doggy. Dog.
Okay.
Dog.
I'd have to agree with you there because you could just go to town, man.
Tomei.
I feel like I gotta take a shower.
Tomei, thank you for that question.
You are welcome. Can we get any more Harambe's in tonight? Anybody else have any questions for Ikester? Anybody? Come on, just type in that Harambe. I unmute you. And you ask Ikester whatever question. I mean, you've seen it happen. You've seen what's going on. You have nothing on your mind, nothing you want to ask, a little joke, anything? Nothing? Oh, there we go. We got Stewie Mister with a Harambe. That's what I want to see. We have some more participation tonight. Stewie Mister, what is your question for Ikester?
Ikester, I'm just going to ask you a simple question. If you do not know it, it is all right. What is the race of the Tauren that are paladins? What also are they known by?
That is a great question. Can you please restate it? Because I didn't hear the very last part.
The Tauren paladins are also known as what?
Tauren paladins are known as Eric. Eric is what you call a Tauren paladin. Why? Because Eric Idle played a paladin in that movie that he did with those people. So it's got to be Eric.
What's the answer to the question, Stewie?
I think I know. Is it Sunwalkers?
Yeah, Sunwalker paladin.
Holy cows!
That's awesome.
Oh, that is fucking awesome.
Stewie, thank you for the question. I appreciate it.
All right, Ikester, I got one more question for you, bud.
What's that?
What did we learn tonight?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. We learned a lot, so I'm going to make it kind of quick here. But the first thing that we learned was that Tomei likes doing the show on his back.
Only hookers make money on their backs. I'm on my stomach.
Well, you see, before the show started, Tomei said to us he's got to do the show on his back because he's got sciatic problems. So I just had to write that down because that sounded very slightly inappropriate.
Okay.
All right. Second thing we learned is that it was news to me, but I wasn't here for the show today.
Nope, you weren't here.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Out.
Yeah, it was right there in the show notes. Yep, Ike's not going to be here.
Yeah, you had a day off and you screwed up.
Sadly, Ike can't make it to the show. Oh, wait. Sadly, comma, Ike can't make it, but the show must go on. So sorry. No music breaks today. Frowny face. That's what it said on the first bulletin point.
Well, I'm glad I couldn't make it, and I'm glad I could.
I'm glad you couldn't make it too, dude.
Yeah, we might make a thing of this, me just not being here.
You do so well at it.
Did you know that it only took 18 minutes till Kempton's aunt was mentioned?
That's a new length record.
That is a new length record.
That's what she said.
Boom.
Jinx.
Kempton, that's never been said to you.
You can't talk anymore now, Kempton.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, we also learned that Kempton wants all of IWC to attend his wedding. He said it's an open bar. We're all welcome to go there. So,
I can't wait.
You know, if it's going to be next year, I have time to save up. So who knows? Ikester might show up, buddy.
I might have to take some LSD before I come to the wedding.
Oh my god, why?
You ready?
Maybe.
You're going to give him cold feet, dude, and his wife's going to come find you and kill you.
All right. We also learned that Tomei is bringing the Febreze to the studio next week because he smells like smoke.
Yeah. I know. Just give me till I move back home, and then I will no longer be smoking again.
Weed every day.
Oh yeah.
2 in the morning, 2 at night. Oh, 2 at noon. Forgot about that. Quit smoking so much pot.
And
then the last thing that we learned is that Vita is an awesome bass sitter. He can sit that bass like nobody's business.
Is that why Vita's always up on the front lines?
I like to sit bass. I'm happy to sit anytime. It's fun.
Hey, someone's got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Is that all we learned, Ike? That's all we learned?
That's all that we learned. That's all
it?
she wrote.
Well, okay. I guess that's what we learned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to the show. We've all had a good time. I'm glad that we had a very good turnout tonight. We will return now. Oh, Ike, you forgot about one more thing that we did learn.
What was that?
When are we returning again?
We are returning in 2 weeks. That's right, boys and girls. Our new schedule has changed. We will not be weekly. We will be bi-weekly.
And the reason for that is we don't have the time to work on our other things for Wolf's Paradise Productions, as we found out, because weekends is usually our open days. So we're going to move to a bi-weekly schedule just because we want to have that time to work on our parodies again, to work on the IWC Epic Moments, to work on the things that you love that we do on the side other than this show, which we need to get back to. Which Vita has been smacking me upside the back of the head like, dude, we need to do this. So we have switched to a bi-weekly schedule, so you'll see us every other week, still on Sunday, and I believe we are moving the show time to 7 o'clock again. Yes? No?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe so.
So yeah, we will be pushing the show back to its original start time at 7 p.m. It will run from 7 to 8:30 on Sundays, every other Sunday. So next week you won't hear from us, but 2 weeks from now you will. And please attend. Please enjoy the show. We might move back to a weekly basis if we get ahead of ourselves again. We don't know. But until then, we will see you guys later. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Good night, Gracie.
Everybody.
Be careful of what you say. Be careful in every way. Be careful of what you do. Big Brother is watching you. Be circumspect and discreet. Stay light on your mental feet. One slip and you know you're through. Big Brother is watching you. Conform with all directives. Remember, obedience pays. And when you watch that TV screen, remember it works both ways. You'll disappear in a
unless you can double think. You'll vanish into the blue. Big Brother is watching you.
This is WHRD Radio for the Horde. Because Alliance sucks, am I right?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to the Aquafina Auditorium in downtown Toledo, Ohio to hear this week's Bleep Show. Special thanks to Bill and Melinda Gates for making this time possible. At this time, as you can see, the lights are coming up. The doors have opened in the rear of the auditorium, and the ushers are happy to escort you back to the foyer, where we do have refreshments, Coke, Diet Coke, coffee, decaf, and popcorn. Be sure to come back in 2 weeks when the Bleep Show will be at a new time, 7 p.m. This is Eichster. I'm signing off.